Hi, my name is Vienna Espinosa. This is my video journal for week 7. The continued behavioral characteristics of autism spectrum disorder that my student has been presenting continues to be crying with non-preferred activities, difficulty with transitions, attempts to touch all people's hair. One of the ways staff supports with the crying during non-preferred activities is by providing a reward. After the non-preferred activity, one of the rewards the student really enjoys is using the therapy putty or the iPad. With having to reward the student after the activity and to prevent the student from leaving the activity before it's done, is provided a first and then set of cards. The student will find the activity card that is needed and will then take the reward the student wants to use from observations. This seems to be a good solution to the refusal of work. The student does continue to have very good days with the use of the first and then cards. The student continues to speak in the third person, and the student's voice continues to change when speaking from high to low. Now we know that that's normal for students with on the autism spectrum disorder spectrum. The speech therapist continues to work with the student in this area by repeating words in single tones. The student will say each word in high to low or low to high. The student will check in with staff members to ask to play games. The staff member will give the student directions to go with the students that he wants to go play with, and how to approach them. They should use social cards or a social story for the student to attempt this on their own instead of having to always come to a staff member. This will provide the student opportunities to utilize the cards to participate with peers. Another thing I would add, other than the social cards and the social stories, is to provide the student with question or request cards. These cards would have questions that the student would state if the student wants to participate in an activity or if they want an item. It would be also good for food situations if the student wants to know when lunch is or if they want to eat, what they can ask through the questions. Cue cards are important in the student situation. From observations, when given cue cards, the student will begin activities with other peers and or respond when students want to participate. In the classroom, there are times when the student is not given tasks to complete or is given less rigorous activities. The student is not always pushed to try in activities and is often left to sit and play with the putty for 20 or more minutes. This, for me, would have to change in the classroom. Students have to be challenged and given the opportunity to show their true potential. Thank you for listening. I'm actually working with a teacher to have the students show more potential in the classroom through rigorous work. Thank you.